Which team do me and Will ND trust more? Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. We talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Ross Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss our video. I don't trust Miami, and I definitely don't trust Florida. But somebody's got to win this game. And Florida needs this game more than Miami does, and it is at home. But Miami, they're ranked to start the year like they normally are. Will they let us down yet again this season, or will Cam Ward be able to team up with Mario Cristobal to finally be able to help lead the Hurricanes to success? Or will Billy Napier be able to save his job by getting a big win to start the year, and even with that impossible schedule, be able to lead Florida to a bowl game? Me and Will and D give our predictions on this big-time Florida rivalry. Here we go. Miami and Florida. This game right here, I love it. I just love it. Both teams, the storylines are just off the charts. Florida needs this game, right? Because we remember Utah. They beat Utah. And the thing is that Anthony Richardson, I will never forget Anthony Richardson's run. That the Heisman run. Literally, people were crowning him the Heisman winner after that one run. I mean, it just cracked me up. I'm like, really? I mean, it was impressive. But they beat Utah. It was a big win. The thing is they basically sucked the rest of the year. And then last year, didn't do good at all, right? And then they beat Tennessee on their own field. They had the big game against Tennessee. And I know that most people will agree with this, but Florida should have made a bowl game last year. They choked against Missouri. You remember that Missouri game.
And Arkansas.
Then they choked against Arkansas. Both games. I don't know what was worse. I mean, the fact that they had a top 10 Missouri team on the ropes, and they should have won. All they had to do was prevent a fourth down. And then against Arkansas, they were winning that game easily. And then the game goes to overtime. I think it went to double overtime. But I don't know. It's just really irritating with Florida because, like, they have the talent to be good. They have enough good players to beat teams that are competent. But then they just suck against so many other teams.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't trust Miami. I mean, like, the thing is Miami is not trustworthy. And the problem is that Mario Cristobal, the guy that I don't know if he can coach. I don't know. I mean, I legitimately I'm concerned with his play calling, his coaching ability, and his end of games. Absolutely horrible. So I don't trust Miami either. I mean, they're favored by 2.5, but that game is in the swamp. Tom Petty's going to be rocking it out between the third and the fourth quarters like always. I don't know, man. There's just something about Florida in a big game. They tend to show out. But what are your thoughts?
This is like both of these coaches. I mean, I guess it's not Mario's last stand.
No.
But this is definitely Billy's last stand. And if Miami loses, man, I could see Miami going 4-8 if they lose this game. Like, Miami just crumbles after bad losses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's a good point that Edward makes here. Mm-hmm. The swamp is hot and loud, especially week 1.
I mean, Miami should be used to the weather.
That's true. That is true. Like, Utah isn't used to that. Mm-hmm. Whereas Miami should be used to it. But the thing is, I don't know. I mean, there's something about Florida. They're weird, man. They have these moments, these blips where they remind you that we're Florida, and then they just suck the rest of the year. So I would not be shocked if they won this game. But like you said, the issue is that Miami, you know, they don't have as much to lose here, or to gain. I mean, it's a big game for them too, to prove like, hey, we're good, blah, blah, blah. But like, Florida needs this game. Like, Billy Napier needs this game. Like, I have a really hard time seeing if Billy Napier has any chance to survive for another season, even if he goes 5-7. Even Marcus said that if he goes 5-7, but they're very, very competitive in their losses, and most of their losses with that brutal schedule, he might retain his job. But the thing is that, to me, he has to win this game for there to be any chance of them going 5-7. Because if you've seen the schedule, you've seen it. Like, if they don't win this game, how are they going 5-7? They're not going 5-7. There's no way they can go 5-7. So everything comes down to this game for Billy Napier. He has to win this game. He can still get fired if he wins it, but if he doesn't win it, I don't see how there's any shot he doesn't. And Jackson said, Florida's 9-4 at home under Billy Napier. I'm going Florida 28-24. Sorry, Coop. Sorry, Miami. I'm going Florida. I'm not with Austin. I'm not saying Florida's going 8-4, but I'm going Florida.
I mean, Billy's really only impressive wins were the Utah win his first year. I guess at A&M that year. I mean, Anthony Richardson played really well in that game. And then I guess the one Tennessee win. I think Miami's going to out-talent Florida. I think Cam Ward will make some plays.
Hey, trust me, I think Cam Ward's a good quarterback. I do. But for whatever reason, I mean, Tyler Van Dyke started out all right at Miami, and then he just went down. I mean, it will be Cam Ward's first game, so you can't let the Miami, culture, like rot your ability after just one game. But I don't know, man. I feel like Florida's gonna get it done. And the problem is Cam Ward is turnover prone. Like Edward's saying, he is turnover prone. I will admit that being at Washington State made a big difference, though.
Yeah, he always had a bad O-line.
He had a bad O-line, so that really contributed to his turnover, proneness. I mean, I think that he'll probably do better at Miami. He should do better at Miami with that, but I don't know, man. I mean, Jackson's telling us Florida 9-4 at home. 1-8 on the road.
A&M win was their only road.
They're gonna get it done, man. I think Florida's gonna get it done. I'm not gonna pick them in hardly any game this year, but I think they're gonna win this one. If it wasn't Miami, I mean, if it was like, even if it was like, I'm trying to think of a good example. If it was like LSU week 1, like I'm going LSU, but it's Miami. I mean, I just don't trust Miami. So I don't trust Florida either.
I don't trust either of these teams.
That's why I love this game. It's so funny. It's like it's a rivalry game, in-state game, and I don't trust either team. And Florida needs it more. I think they're going to get it done.
What should my final score be? I'll go 41-34.
Wow, very high scoring. You could be right, though. I mean, you definitely could be right. I mean, that both teams are capable of putting up points. But I'm just looking forward to this game. I mean, it's not as good of a game as the other big ones, obviously. I mean, even Penn State, West Virginia it's better. But I like this one. I really like this game. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below whether you believe that Miami or Florida will win this rivalry game and why, and what you think about me and Will and D's pick for this game. Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you next time.